wears a suit of armor when he's doing it down on Wall Street. Ah, but Linda, she's a gypsy. She could almost make him care when she says, meet me at the carnival. You know, I'll wear a red carnation. Oh, now suddenly he's opening, and it's really got him scared, and it's a candy shower. Thinks he's swerving into a breakdown. Candy shower like the frozen grin on a sad, sad clown, and it's a candy shower. Thinks he's swerving into a breakdown. He's soft in the middle with a brittle shell. He's so soft in the middle with a brittle shell, yeah. Slamming at the buttons, and he's shaking like a cocktail. And then it's 7 Hail Marys as that cable starts to snap. Well, he's tumbling and turning, and he can't hold out much longer. Well, he's dealing with his feelings as his shell begins to crack, and it's a candy shower. Thinks he's swerving into a breakdown. Candy shower like the frozen grin on a sad, sad clown, and it's a candy shower. Thinks he's swerving into a breakdown. He's soft in the middle with a brittle shell. He's so soft in the middle with a brittle shell, and now he's falling, he's falling. Well, who knows what comes after? He's calling, he's calling. Hear the panic through his laughter. It's raining chocolate kisses from a papier-mâché at Target. It's the San Antone Fiesta with 1,000 pink balloons. Oh, it's sweeter than the sugar cane or any Tootsie Roll kisses. Now they're dancing to the sugar beat underneath that Texas moon, and it's a candy shower. He's not swerving into a breakdown. Candy shower. When he looks in her eyes, he could almost drown, and it's a candy shower. Much too late to turn around. He's soft in the middle, still soft in the middle. All right. We did it. We're here. It's great to see you guys from all over the world. Oh my goodness. I am so grateful that you guys have chosen to join me on this first day of June. Feels like spring is here and getting on to some exciting new things. I'm getting back into the world, starting to tour again. So wonderful to see some old friends and hopefully meet some new ones. So welcome anybody who's never seen me before. Thanks for taking a chance and tuning in. To those of you, and I see from the chat, a lot of you that I do know, thank you so much for sticking with me and for coming back. There may be some new music coming even in this web stream. But for now, this show is going to be an all-request show. And no, please don't start throwing requests at me from there, because the idea of this one was to use my new Patreon community that I've been building called Dave's Kindred Spirits, or DKS as we like to say, and allow the people at a certain level in that Patreon community to contribute requests. So this set list is pretty much made up of requests from those folks. I'm not going to name them one by one as I do the songs, but at the end I'll give a shout out to all the people who contributed suggestions. Oh, good. The sound is okay out there. Hopefully the picture is good. Thank you. My wonderful assistant Hollow's been helping get things set up, and we're using a different camera, so hopefully it's a little clearer. So that was the first song from my first album, Candy Shower, and this is another request that I was happy to see. This is called The Midnight Sea. horses go down to the water at night. When the moon silhouettes the pelican's flight, will you promise to meet me by the phosphorus light? In the glow of the midnight sea, in the glow of the midnight sea. Now my hunger's as sharp as the salt in the air, cuts a trail through the night like a comet of flare. On the dunes in the distance, catch a glimpse of your hair. In the glow of the midnight sea, in the glow of the midnight sea. Yes, and far away a steel drum plays, the sound tumbles over the breeze. The palm trees sway just like dancers in the glow of the midnight sea, in the glow of the midnight sea. Then we're rolling together down deep in the sand, and I feel you respond to the touch of my hand. And you're slick as the seals that come upon the land. In the glow of the midnight sea, in the glow of the midnight sea. Yes, and far away the steel drum plays, the sound tumbles over the breeze, and the palm trees sway just like dancers in the glow of the midnight sea, in the glow of the midnight sea. And I wonder how many small diamonds it takes to light up the water like the love that we make. And I'll hold you till morning or whenever you wake, 'cause you glow like the midnight sea. Yes, you glow like the midnight sea. All right. Thanks so much. Let's see. This next song this was another request from somebody in the Patreon community. And it's kind of fun that I had a request for Candy Shower in this next one, because they actually started out life as the same song. Candy Shower actually had sort of the plot line that wound up in this next song, but it really wasn't working with the music in that song, so I wound up putting that aside and writing Candy Shower as one thing, and then a year or two later I came back to it and grabbed that plot line and wrote another song. Oh, somebody asked about the tuning. Thanks, Carol, for that question. That was the song that I just did. The Midnight Sea was actually originally recorded in Dadgad, D-A-D-G-A-D, but I was using a partial capo to simulate Dadgad. So it was basically an E minor, like E, B, E, A, like an E sus for all you guitar geeks out there. Yeah, maybe a little influence there, Cindy. You might not be wrong. Anyway, I'm kind of a sucker for story songs. I like story songs. So this one is a story song. It's funny because it goes back to 1998 or 97, and at the time it was cutting edge, very futuristic, and now it's kind of a historical relic. But that's okay for any really young people that happen to be on the chat or whatever, which is always good to see. You might not remember this, but there was a time with the internet where there were no pictures. It was just a screen with black and white, well, green and black, or yellow and black letters. And the song makes more sense if you think back to those days. It's called RL. They made a slip connection in a cyber bar somewhere. He said, I didn't mean to irk you, I was hoping for a chat. And she said, my homepage or yours? And they were ROTFL. And they had all night conversations, many more times after that. virtually love you. But sometimes I wish that you could spell. And maybe someday we could meet offline. Maybe someday you could meet me in RL. RL, she said, I think I might have heard of that before. But my online Rand McNally's incomplete. You see now, I live in Chicago. You type, huh, funny, so do I. At the same time, they both type the words, what street? She typed M-A-P-E-L. You type M-A-P-L-E. I'm right near 34th Street. She typed in caps, that's right near me. He said, I virtually love you. But sometimes I wish that you could spell. And maybe someday we could meet offline. Maybe someday you could meet me in RL. Now he's noticing the waitress in a coffee shop downstairs as she writes the breakfast specials on a chalkboard by the door. It's French toast with maple syrup, and he can't believe his eyes. So he jumps up from the table and spills his coffee on the floor. He says, I know you've never seen me, but I feel as if we know each other well. And I'm so glad that I found you offline. Well, maybe it's a good thing you can't spell, or I never would have found you in RL. All right, thanks. Let's see. What have I got? Oh, I know. One Black Swan. Some of you might be wondering why I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt. I'm wearing it as a little thank you to my friends Neil Hogan and Keith Elon and Jamila, who helped to spread the word about this concert so much, from Totally Guitars, totallyguitars.com. And I'll give them a plug here because they do great work. Neil's an amazing guitar teacher, and it's an online guitar course that you can do. Some of you probably in the chat already know about it. Some of you I met through there. And Neil's known for wearing Hawaiian shirts, so that's why I'm sporting the actual Hawaiian shirt from Hawaii for this show. But they also have a camp, actually two wonderful camps, International Guitar Camp. You can look up where I've been teaching songwriting for a while. So if you want to try your hand at guitar or songwriting, check those out. This one is from the Spinos Dream album, and I actually don't play it solo very often. I've been playing with a band some of the time, the Usual Culprits. Been playing with them some, and whenever I can pull a band together, I like to do it with more people. But it works solo as well. We'll see what happens in the guitar solo, whether I do anything. If I get inspired, I'll give something a try. This was written actually just as I got into the studio in Wales to record Spinos Dream. The morning that I got there, I was pretty much half asleep, having been up all night the night before, and I'd written this little guitar riff, but I didn't have any lyrics for it, and I just started writing stuff down, and this is what came out. It's called One Black Swan. One black swan, one one black swan. When everything you thought you knew was wrong, you found one black swan. Fuzzy logic and the fallacies abound. Sacrifice all inference for a single bite of sound. Now the fox is in the house, bloody feathers scattered on the ground. One black swan, one black swan. When everything you thought you knew was wrong, you found one black swan. All these channels, how's a person supposed to choose? Information saturation, and the truth is gonna lose. Now they're arguing by anecdote, infotainment filling in for news. One black swan, one black swan. When everything you thought you knew was wrong, you found one black swan. Giordano Bruno, hope he didn't die in vain. Atavistic tendencies, they're creeping back again. Now they're celebrating ignorance and tossing books into the flame. One black swan, one black swan. Ah, when everything you thought you knew was wrong, you found one black swan. Ah, when everything you thought you knew was wrong, you found one black swan. One black swan. All right. Well, I think if you enjoyed that, you definitely should check out the recorded version if you can from Spinos Dream. It's on all the usual streaming places, or if you have the album, go listen to it because there's some awesome playing on there. Tim Rennick did an amazing guitar solo, and Graham Smith played some great harmonica, so that's worth checking out. Let's see. Oh, yeah, speaking of philosophy, this was another request. This is a little quieter one, but I'm glad somebody wanted to hear it. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you liked the solo. That was very much made up on the spot. Don't know how it all went down, but hope it worked out. So Spinos Dream, for those of you that don't know, which might be any of you that are just tuning in or have never seen me before, was a concept album that I recorded in 2017 in Wales with an amazing producer, Martin Levan, who's a fabulous engineer and producer, and with some musicians, all of whom had played with Al Stewart back in the 70s, and people that I grew up listening to, so it was amazing to get the chance to record with them. I've been incredibly fortunate in these last couple of albums I've done with the musicians that I've been able to work with. So the album is kind of a concept album. I used to teach philosophy. I am actually Dr. Dave. Retired from that back in 1997, but it creeps into the songs now and again. And so the Spinos Dream album is kind of cool because every track on it relates to a different philosopher in some way. So this is the title track, concerns a Dutch philosopher named Benedict or Baruch Spinoza. He was born with the name Baruch Spinoza, changed it to Benedict for reasons that you can look up if you use your friend Google or whatever web browser you like to search things. He's worth doing some research on, Spinoza. Check him out. Anyway, this is his song. It's called Spinoza's Dream. I was Baruch, but now I'm Benedict. They called me heretic, but still I'm blessed. I had a dream, saw it was all the same. Nature and God, two names for everything. But my words, they land in silence, like the snow on the canal. How many years until they hear me and understand the dream I had, and realize the oneness of it all? And in my dream, I saw the evidence of peace and tolerance in every heart. I wrote it down in geometric proof to try to share the truth with one and all. But my words, they land in silence, like the snow on the canal. How many years until they hear me and understand the dream I had, and realize the oneness of it all? And so I wait and grind my lenses here to try to make things clear, but still I'm blessed, and still I'm blessed, and still I'm blessed. Thanks. Thanks for all these requests, by the way. As a songwriter of relative obscurity, it's always amazing when people know my songs and when they like them and when they listen to them. And some of them have been around a while and you still requested them, so I appreciate that very much. This next one is an oldie but a goodie, as we say. It's another story song. Yeah, amen, Richard, you're right. This is the true story. But actually, I won't tell you what it's the true story of, because that would be giving away the story. Why don't you just listen to the song? It's called A Cautionary Tale. Well, he walked into her life without a warning. You could say he threw himself into her car. Sometimes takes a desperate measure to be rescued. Sometimes even desperate measures go too far. Well, she took him home. She thought that he looked hungry. She didn't stop to wonder if he'd stay. She cleaned him up, made sure he wasn't injured. And that dog's been with us ever since that day. And we called him Fender, just like my guitar. Yeah, we named him Fender. He threw himself into our lives when he threw himself into our car. Well, like many folks, we rented an apartment with no space for a growing dog to roam. Puppies need a yard that they can play in. And the next thing that we knew, we'd bought a home. And then Fender ate a pincushion and a 1-pound box of chocolate. He doesn't like it when we leave him home alone too long. So now we take him with us almost everywhere we go. He's waiting in the van while I'm singing you this song. We named him Fender, just like my guitar. Yeah, we named him Fender. He threw himself into our lives when he threw himself into our car. Well, so now we've got a minivan and mortgage, and I guess it hasn't done us too much harm. But but you never know where life is gonna lead you. And if she hits a horse, we'll have to buy a farm. Yep, all about our real estate advisor, Fender. The late, great Fender. Ami, lovely to see you here. Oh, man. So it's just amazing. Friends from all over the world are here, and it really just means so much to me. Well, let's see. I'm going to do another quiet one here. This one doesn't get requested a lot, so I'm kind of happy to see it on the list. It goes back to the Certain Distance album from 2000. Boy, it's 25 years ago. I can't believe it. That's crazy. And on the record, when I recorded this, I actually played string parts on violin. I played strings for myself, and really love the way this came out. So another one that's good to go listen to the original recording if you get the chance. This one is called Ghost in the Attic. A gentle creaking on the stairs, and I turn around. She's coming down now. I know she's coming down. A slight disturbance in the air and a tiny sound. She's coming down now. I know she's coming down. And I'm not afraid of the ghost in my attic. I'm not afraid, but I get wistful sometimes. She's all I've got, this ghost in my attic. I hear the echo of a voice each time the clock chimes. For 50 years we shared this house and life and love. So she's not gone, not really gone now. Maybe she couldn't stand to leave me here alone. Maybe it's me who can't bear to let her go. And I'm not afraid of the ghost in my attic. And I'm not afraid, but I get wistful sometimes. She's all I've got, this ghost in my attic. I hear the echo of a voice each time the clock chimes. Well, the kids say it's just memories, and the doctor says it's grief. But I've seen her in the mirror in the hall, and it doesn't matter much that nobody else believes. She's real enough for me. Every night the lamp flickers by my bed. I hear her voice. She says I love you. I pull the quilt she made up tight, lay down my head. I hear her voice, and I know she's with me. And I'm not afraid of the ghost in my attic. Yeah, I'm not afraid, but I get wistful sometimes. She's all I've got, this ghost in my attic. I hear the echo of a voice each time the clock chimes. Ghost in the Attic from Certain Distance. Thanks so much. Oh man, okay, I have a note there from Joel asking to describe my guitar. Be happy to. It's a Martin. It's a 00028 EC, the Eric Clapton model. It has rosewood back and sides and a spruce top. Some really lovely inlay, kind of in diamond shapes, and it has a signature, supposedly a signature of Eric Clapton, in the fingerboard as well. So it's been with me since I think 2002 or 2003, something like that, and it's just been a great axe. It's a little beat up. If you looked closely, you'd see some scratches around the sound hole, but that just means it's a working instrument, not a museum piece. All right. I should mention, I guess, for those of you that don't know what the DKS, the Patreon thing is, it's a way that you can support me as an artist, kind of keep the lights on here at Knackville. And most of you that are in the chat are already in there and know that. I'm also hoping to make it more of a community. I'm going to start doing a lot of things in there, like Q&A sessions and behind-the-scenes stuff, which you can't get anywhere else. We've also been posting videos from concerts and other things that I have archived. And you can join as a free member, but if you really want the good stuff, you can pay as little as $5 a month and subscribe and get extra stuff. So just encouraging you to check that out. Hala's probably going to put a link in the chat somewhere to figure out how to do that. But I'm always happy for your support, whether you can contribute financially or not. Honestly, like, it means so much to me. Even if you just are somebody that can tune in and send an encouraging note, that means everything. So thank you guys for being here. Now I'm going to go out on a limb and do two songs that are new and kind of works in progress. I have some exciting news, which I'll be announcing hopefully in the DCast soon, about progress towards a new album. Maybe happening a lot sooner than we thought. And so I'm working hard on trying to get the songs ready for that. So I have a couple new songs, and since at least one of the requests I had in DCast was for some new songs, I'm picking the ones that I'm going to do. I'm picking ones that I've been changing and working on, and since they came out in the Patreon with some videos, I've actually rewritten them a bit, which means I'll probably mess them up, but I feel like I'm among friends, and that'll be okay. So the first one I'm going to do is called How Do We Dance? But I'm changing it to How Can We Dance? Because it seemed like there was maybe a little confusion about the message there. And we'll see how it goes. It's called How Can We Dance Like Strangers Once Again? Trying to fall asleep in this airport hotel, thinking of the times when I was under your spell, like a mystery novel with pages unturned. So much to discover, I had so much to learn. After all this time, you'd think I'd be sure, never a reason to feel insecure, though I wonder if the flame is burning still. Are you tired of me? 'Cause you know me so well. Now how can we dance like strangers once again? All these years together, feeling so alone. How can we dance like strangers once again? We cling to the familiar, but we crave the unknown. Standing at the bar, she had her back to me. I have to admit it, I was intrigued. She turned around, I realized she was you. Now how can we dance like strangers once again? All these years together, feeling so alone. How can we dance like strangers once again? We cling to the familiar, but we crave the unknown. Let's shake ourselves up, find the surprise, look at each other through different eyes. The sequel unwritten, chapters left unread. The excitement is finding the things still left unsaid. So how can we dance like strangers once again? All these years together, feeling so alone. How can we dance like strangers once again? We cling to the familiar, but we crave the unknown. Yeah, we crave the unknown. All right, thanks. With our feet, yeah. Somebody's always got an answer. Whew. Well, this next one is one that came out of a workshop in West Virginia. I've been teaching at a camp called Cacopihan, which with my good friend Ronan Chris Murphy and his partner Liz Redwing. It's amazing. It's an amazing retreat because it's a songwriting and a recording retreat, both. We also, the last few years, have had a wonderful teacher named Stephen Memel, who's a vocal coach and performance expert, and he did a great workshop last year where he had us try to kind of come up with a first thought and write that down and see what came out of it. And so this song started in that workshop, and then I've been wrestling with it for about a year and struggling to try and get it to where I wanted it to be, and it was getting closer but not quite there. And then when I saw Stephen this year, he sat down with me and actually was kind enough to give me some more suggestions, and I think it's starting to get to where I'm happy with it. So I don't know if he's listening or not, but if he is, thank you, Stephen. This is called Spiderweb of Doubts. At least that's what it's called right now. In my younger days, I often went exploring in a forest with no guideposts and no path. My everyday adventures, never boring. In the evenings, I'd come home again at last. I never worried about a thing or feared that I'd get lost. I was young and unencumbered, then a Rubicon was crossed. But now a spider web of doubts entangles me. I'm trapped with no exit I can see. These tendrils of uncertainty, they strangle me. Stay with me in my struggle to break free. Stay with me in my struggle to break free. With the years I learned 1,000 calculations of the dangers and assessments of the risk. How love can disappoint your expectations. I learned heartache on the night of my first kiss. And so I came to build the walls to keep away the noisy din. Save me from the slings and arrows, but they also locked me in. And now a spider web of doubts entangles me. I'm trapped with no exit I can see. These tendrils of uncertainty, they strangle me. Stay with me in my struggle to break free. Stay with me in my struggle to break free. Still I wish that I could trust you instead of chasing you away, with the faith and with the hope that I felt in younger days. The aurora borealis is so stunning, glowing lavender and green above the hills. The stars up in the night sky softly humming, and it's taking all my effort to hold still. With you standing here beside me, I know I can take a stand. I see freedom in the distance as I take my sword in hand. Spiderweb of doubts entangles me. I'm trapped with no exit I can see. but I'm cutting through these tendrils of uncertainty. You're with me in my struggle to break free. Stay with me in my struggle to break free. Spiderweb, made it through it. All right. It's getting a little better. All right, I did have a message somebody wanted me to send. Hannah wanted me to give a shout out to his friend Jenny in Germany. So thank you for being here, Hannah. And greetings to Jenny. All right, I got another request for an oldie but a goodie. This song I liked so much I recorded it twice. Oh, good. Some people like the new song. Yay. Well, we'll see. I've got about 18 or 19 in the hopper. They're not all new. Some are old ones that I might revisit. And, you know, once I nail down the details with a producer and all of that, I will be narrowing down the field, and we'll probably pick 11 or 12 or 10 or whatever it winds up being that are worth recording. Oh, Rick says it's done. Good. Okay. So this one was actually on my very first album, Candy Shower, many years ago, 1995 or 96 when that came out. And then in 2010, I did a record called Step Up with the wonderful producer, Ron and Chris Murphy, and we revisited it. And I like both versions, but I think I like the newer version better. This is called Descartes in Amsterdam. Well, it's good to be a stranger in a strange land, like a person incognito or a masked man, like an actor in a play. Who shall I be today? It's good to be a stranger in a strange land. Yeah, it's fine to be unknown and all alone here, with no fixed address, no fax, no telephone here. But like Descartes in Amsterdam, or a robber on the lam, it's fine to be unknown and all alone here. But you can call me a tramp or a vagabond. Well, I don't care, 'cause that's the life that I choose. You can call me a scamp or a layabout, but I've got nothing that I own, and so I've got nothing I can lose. Well, it's nice, just blend in and be unnoticed, with no map to show me where the proper road is, with the sky above my head and a park bench for my bed. It's nice to just blend in and be unnoticed, but you can call me a tramp or a vagabond. Well, I don't care, 'cause that's the life that I choose. You can call me a scamp or a layabout, but I've got nothing that I own, and so I've got nothing I can lose. Well, it's rum to have no moorings and no duties, just to walk the world in truth and beauty. Serendipity's my friend, and I manage in the end. Yeah, it's rum to have no moorings and no duties, but you can call me a tramp or a vagabond. Well, I don't care, 'cause that's the life that I choose. You can call me a scamp or a layabout, but I've got nothing that I own, and so I've got nothing I can lose. I've got nothing I can lose. I've got nothing I can lose. Descartes in Amsterdam. All right. Woo. So the reality is, yesterday here in Davis, I think it was about 100 degrees. I don't know. It's a little cooler today, but not much. But when we are recording in here, we can't have the air conditioning going. So if I'm a little sweaty, that's why. Poor Hollow's here suffering with me. We're here in the hot box. But it's all worth it to give you good sound and hopefully a good show. I'm going to do a few other little mini shout-outs in here. Very proud of both of our children. Our daughter Sophia just graduated from college, and our son Django is about to graduate from high school, and they've both done really well, so we're super proud of them. And joining me in that, I think, is my mother-in-law, my wonderful mother-in-law Jan, who's in the chat there somewhere. And this was actually her request, so this is another oldie but a goodie, fun one. I love doing this with the band. Now that I've got the band, we can really kind of rock out on it a little more. But I'll see what I can do with an acoustic guitar. This is an ode to the juice of the cactus. Everybody said cactus juice. I said cactus juice. Now when I wanna get fast and loose, gotta get me some of that cactus juice. Cactus juice. Beer can only make you sleepy. Whiskey only make you weepy. I got stuff that should cure ya. Jose's Gold or Herradura. Hold me tight so I can feel ya. Pour another cool tequila. If you're wanting something sweeter, mix you up a margarita. Cactus juice. I said cactus juice. Now when I wanna get fast and loose, gotta get me some of that cactus juice. Cactus juice. Now way down south of the Mojave, they get it from the blue agave. They distill the cactus vapor, they add the worm for extra flavor. Have a shot with salt and lime, pretty soon we'll be feeling fine. Have a few if you are able, soon you're dancing on the table. Cactus juice. I said cactus juice. Now when I wanna get fast and loose, gotta get me some of that cactus juice. Cactus juice. Well, I don't wanna think about the way I feel tomorrow. So let's have another drink. And I don't care about the price I'll have to pay. So crack another bottle, let the bon temps roulette. I said let the bon temps roulette, let them roll now. Now cactus juice, well cactus juice. When I wanna get fast and loose, gotta get me some of that cactus juice. Cactus juice. All right, there you go. Oh, last 4 digits. Well, I guess if I just gave the last 4 digits, it's not going to hurt anything else. So 0452 are the last digits of my phone number if anybody needs that for the Mr. Venmo there. 0452, yeah. This is actually the only song that was requested from the Cerulean Sky album, the last one that I did. So definitely wanted to get that in there. Cactus Juice. This seems appropriate for a live stream concert. Certainly with all of the new developments in AI, we've got a lot to wonder about and worry about maybe. But on the other hand, you know, we've got the ability to meet in this crazy virtual space where I'm able to interact with you guys in countries all over the world and all over the United States, which is kind of a blessing too. So, you know, it's all happening, whether we like it or not. Just trying to wrap our heads around it in different ways. So this song's called Screens, and I guess it was written 2018, something like that. So, you know, of course, that's ancient history at this point in 2025. Goes like this. Blue light blinking without thinking. I check my electronic leash. Notifications give us sensations. Like Pavlov's dogs, we're never out of reach. There's always something new. Does anybody know what it means? What can we do when everybody's living on screens? Said everybody's living on screens. It's a distraction, it's an addiction, stimulated constantly. All that instant gratification. No time to contemplate or let it all be. There's always something new. Does anybody know what it means? What can we do when everybody's living on screens? Said everybody's living on screens. Could they bring us all together? Close the distance in between us all. It's just a tool, not good or bad. So why does it seem like my back's against the wall? Polarization, manipulation, constantly. Supplied language and constant crisis have made us slaves to the machines. Always something new. Does anybody know what it means? What should we do when everybody's living on screens? Said everybody's living on screens. Yeah, everybody's living on screens. Hey there. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Joe. I'm so glad everybody says that the sound and picture on this are great. So again, a huge thanks to Hala, who's been an enormous help to me, and just, you know, we're keeping up on the social media stuff, and she's helping me to keep the whole Patreon thing working, and there's a lot. So a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, like in the song. So I'm extremely grateful to her for her help. All right, well, I had another request for one that I almost never play. I actually like getting these sort of deep cuts because they challenge me to remember my own songs. This is one also that really, when I play it, I tend to play it on piano more than guitar. So figuring it out on guitar was another fun little challenge. But I've actually practiced it a few times, and hopefully I'll remember it. Actually, this was another one from the Cerulean Sky album, now that I noticed that. Yep. For any of you that are new here, we have pretty much the entire catalog of my stuff so far up in all the streaming services where everybody can do that. But as you probably know, the streaming services pay pretty much nothing. They they claim they compensate artists, but what they actually compensate are the big labels, and you can look that up and research it, and you'll see it's true. So if you want to support independent artists like myself, these kind of things are good ways to do it, or buy an actual CD, or download. Bandcamp is probably the best place to go to do that. It's a cool place to discover independent artists too. They have a lot of cool stuff on there. Anyway, this is called "The River Never Ends," and it goes like this. Oh, the river's rolling on into the distance, then it's gone. Seems to disappear, comes around the bend, but that river never ends. On this perfect day, troubles melt away. I shield my eyes from bright reflections, and the river's rolling on into the distance, never gone. It seems to disappear, it comes around the bend, 'cause that river never ends. In our daughter's eyes, see the azure skies. She'll take our love into the future. Our love, it never ends. In the distance, then it's gone. May seem to disappear, it comes around again. Our story never ends, like the river never ends. Time's arrow is a silver thread, it only points in one direction. And our love is rolling on into the distance, never gone. Yeah, our love is rolling on. It just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Our love goes on and on and on and on and on. Our love goes on. All right, made it through more or less clean. You know what? They say in showbiz, always leave him wanting more. So I'm going to thank my contributors, all the people that requested songs today in no particular order. And I'll just use last initials to preserve their anonymity. But Patricia K, Dave V, Rod W, Daniel R, Jan B, Liz B, Cindy O, Megan P, and Rick B. Thank you guys all for sending in requests. If this was fun, we can do another all request show sometime. Thanks to everybody who was here today. I think we had a really good turnout, and super thanks to all who donated. If you ever want to sponsor a live stream, get in touch with me, let me know. Sometimes we can do it in conjunction with a nonprofit or some kind of a good cause and donate some percentage to them. I love doing that. Also getting back out there and touring again. So any of you that want to have me come play in your home or in a place near you, or set up a benefit concert for a good cause, email me. That's the best way to reach me. Dave@daveknack.com is fine. and let me know your thoughts, and I will try to come see you and play for you wherever you are in the world. So again, a huge thanks to Hala for all her great help on the tech, and all of you guys for spending some time with me here online. You know, I think I'm gonna keep streaming some because it's a great way to reach people far away. But I also love doing stuff in person, so we'll do that too. Where's my other? Oh, here's my cape. So many capos, hard to keep track. And if you guys have ideas for fun things to do in the Patreon and the DKS, I'm open to suggestions. I mean, we did one Q&A. We can do some more stuff like that. You know, your suggestions are always welcome. And again, a big thanks to Totally Guitars, Neil Hogan, and Keith especially, Keith Alon, who's here today, and Jamila for her help. Really appreciate it. So this is another one I'm thinking about for the new album. You know, obviously, until I'm totally sure about where I'm recording it and how, nothing is decided. But I'm gonna fight hard to get this one on the record just because I like it. It means a lot to me. It's called Ethical Will. Oh, my child, in the years that lie ahead, may laughter and good fortune follow you. You're wise just like your name, and your compass is so strong. Just follow it, and it will point you true. You draw strength from your heritage, you live your life out loud, and you should know you always make us proud. But there will come a time when I'll be gone, to join the ones who've gone before us into the great beyond. And if somewhere in your heart you can still hear my songs, I'll be right there with you when I'm gone. I'll still be right there with you when I'm gone. In my life, there are lessons I have learned. Seems there's one thing that I find. When you have the choice, take the opportunity to be compassionate and kind. All the rest is commentary, details as you'd say, lessons that you learn along the way. There will come a time when I'll be gone, to join the ones who've gone before us into the great beyond. And if somewhere in your heart you can still hear my songs, I'll be right there with you when I'm gone. I'll still be right there with you when I'm gone. Cause sometimes being a child isn't easy. Sometimes being a parent isn't easy. Sometimes being human isn't easy. There's a gap between reality and who we want to be. But there'll come a time when I'll be gone, to join the ones who've gone before us into the great beyond. And if somewhere in your heart you can still hear my songs, I'll be right there with you when I'm gone. I'll still be right there with you when I'm gone. Oh man, thank you so much. Wonderful to see. I'm gonna look forward to watching this later and reading the chat and catching up a little bit on who was there and everything. Anyway, thanks to each and every one of you. Hope to see you again soon. Bye. All right, stop the OBS.
Yeah, I was trying to